Welcome back to the next section of GoodX Web Fundamental Training. Now we are going to discuss the receipting and receipt correction. Please remember that the receipting is a cash flow and the invoices is then your turnover. So with the cash flow, you have to use the correct function to correct it. You can't correct your turnover or your cash flow with journals. You have to correct it with the correct function. So the turnover, you correct it with a credit note or a redo transaction, and your cash flow you correct with a receipt written back. Okay. Now to come to this part, I just want to remind you that you please must click on the quality on your YouTube channel and your settings, and then change the quality to 720, and then also make sure that you are live. Now the live is on the left hand corner of your video, and there is a red dot that says live. So if you can please just make sure that that too is correct, and then we can go on further. Now the receipting, just to come back, we've did do the billing and we do the claim administration, we did do the clinical. Now after all of this work, you are receiving money in. Now when you receive money in, you have two different types. You have patient receipts and you have medical aid receipts, and then you have your ERAs. Now you have your patient is when the patient pays you, and then you have your medical aid, and that is for the medical aid that is not working with ERAs, so it's a smaller medical aid that's not have electronic remittance advices. And then you have your ERA function that you use in GoodX Web to auto allocate and to almost auto post the whole receipt for you. So sometimes there will be a manual intervention if there is line items that the system cannot find, or if the patient is not on the system, anything like that. There is small reasons why the ERA can't be 100% matched, but mostly in most cases the ERAs is normally matched 100%. The little ones is the ones that you have to do the manual intervention in, but we will come to the ERA function just after we've do the patient billing, after patient receipt. Now if you click on the diary, we've built Ian. Let's take one that is outstanding, like this one. Pasted Ian, this patient, you can see here on the right hand side, the patient is outstanding 1,282 rand. So now the patient tells you, okay, yes, thank you, I want to pay. So then you click on receipt. The receipt screen will open with the invoice that was done for today. If there is more outstanding invoices, you can click here on select an invoice to show, and you can see more invoices if there is more invoices applicable on this account. Now important, the date will pull through from your diary, or otherwise you can change the date if you are receiving this money a little bit later than the appointment was. Then you're going to choose your cash ledger. Is it card, electronic, petty cash, is the bank, or was it cash, and then corrections and checks. So let's take a card for this example. Then you have your payment type. So your cash ledger is the cash ledger that the payment must go into, and then the payment type is how did the patient pay. Okay, so we're going to say it was card and it was of a credit card. Then we're going to say comments. Now the comments prints on your receipts also. So here you can say thank you for payment, and then you have a reference number. Now say for instance you're working with card payments, then you can type in the unique reference number of the card slip there, or otherwise the card number may be anything that you think you need as a reference number. Then the total of the total on here will automatically be filled in for the total of the invoice outstanding. Now what is nice, if the patient is paying the full amount, you can see here it's already allocated. So all you have to do now is say post. and then your receipt is done. But if the patient is only paying 1,000 Rand, you're going to type in here 1,000 Rand, and then you will see here on the right hand side the system is going to allocate the 1,000 Rand from the first line to the last line. So you can see here all of them has fully been paid except from stitching of soft tissue injury as only allocated 62 Rand because that was the only money that we had left, and then it from the 344 Rand, and then the last 3 is still empty. Okay, and then say for instance the patient gives you 1,300, because we have a calculator, it will let me make like this 1282, sorry it was in the incorrect field. So now that this is the total the patient is supposed to pay, the patient is giving you 1,300, the patient amount tender, and then the system will tell you this is the change that you have to give to the patient. Now say for instance it's 1,400, then automatically the change will be calculated. But because you have typed in 128, let me just change that, this will change automatically. You will see everything has been allocated, and then you can say post. Okay. I'm just going to do another one. Let me do it again. So you go on your diary, you say receipt, you type in the date, then you say okay, in what cash register, what ledger must it be posted in? It must be in card. Then you say how did the patient pay, credit card. You say the comments, thank you. For instance, you have a reference number. It's going to pay the whole amount, 1,282. The patient did give you 1,300. The change is 17 Rand. It was allocated correctly, and then you say post. Now you will see what happens now is the receipt will open for you. Here it is on the bottom. If you open it, here is the receipt, so then you can print this and give to the patient to give them an indication that they did pay this amount. Okay. If you want to close, you just close, and then you go back to your GoodX web. Now if there is a patient that you want to pay two, say for instance there's 2 outstanding invoices. Let me see if we can get one quickly. Let's take this one. You can see here on the account the medical aid is outstanding with 1,700 and the patient is outstanding 3,600. Now if I go to account details and the patient says, oh sorry, the medical aid did let me know they are not going to pay for this account, I have to pay it by myself. You click on the correct line, you say shift to patient, because you can see here it is on the medical aid column. So we shift it to the patient side. Sorry, it's just a little bit slow. Now you can see here it has been shifted to the medical aid, to the patient side. This is another example. If I click on it, comes as a store. Okay, sorry, our internet is just, let me just refresh. Sorry, I'm just trying to refresh the screen. I think I have an internet dip or something went wrong. I just want to try and see if I can refresh. Sorry for the inconvenience. Next, daarna. Ons moet gaan op die ander is QA. Okay, I don't know why it's loading so long now. Let me just go into the other one I'm using. Okay, from here now we want to, let me just see. Okay, this one is the other example that we can use. So if I click on this one and I say account details, I can shift all of this to the patient outstanding. So if I click, I can say shift to patient, this one shift to patient, and then shift to patient. Okay, so now if I go from here, you can also, you say new receipt from the account screen, and then you say the date, how did this patient pay. So let's say the patient had paid cash, or in which cash ledger it must be posted into, in the cash one, and then you have your payment type. So the patient have paid cash, the comment that you can put in, your reference number if you want a reference number, and then you can click here, select an invoice, you click on that invoice, you say show invoice. So this is your first invoice, and then you click on the second one, show invoice, or you can click on show all invoices, and then all of the outstanding invoices will be shown for you. So now if I say, okay, this is also a free 6.20 the patient has paid. So the patient is paying me 2.40. Okay, this one I just want to see, it is patient outstanding, it is in the patient column. Let me type it in the line item 346.20. So if the patient is paying for 2 or 3 invoices, you can do it like this, and then you can click on the other invoice, show invoice, and you can allocate some more money to the invoices if they are paying a bigger amount. Okay, and then you say post. Okay. Is there any questions that you have about the patient receipt? If you go back to the account screen and you go to receipts, training one is back on again. So if I go to accounts and I go into receipts, here is all the receipts that was done on this patient's account, and if you click on it, you can see the detail of it. And when you want to reprint it, you can here download it and reprint the receipt, or you can email it to the patient if you want to. If you're not printing it, then you can email it to the patient. Is there any questions that you have in connection with the receipting? How do you do a patient receipt? Okay, we're going to move on to the ERAs. Now the ERA function, you go to admin, ERA management, and then here all of the ERAs will be lying. I'm going to show you on some pictures that we have, because this is also a training section. So if you look at this screen, here you can see all of the ERAs that has come in. It shows you MedScheme, Anglo, Bank Med, CAMAF, then MediHelp. It shows you the date the payment was done, it was imported or created, and then the status, is it new, is it imported, ERA, the total number of payments in this ERA, then you have your total number of matched items, and then you have your total number of unmatched, unresolved payments. So say for instance this one has a 1, so it's 50% because there's only 2 payments done on this one, so it means one of them could have been matched and only one of the payments couldn't have been matched. And then all of the other ones you can see is 100% matched. So now with the amount that was paid in this one, you can filter on this and then just choose the correct filters, the ones that you want to see. And then what you do from there is you say import, or you can say import all new ERIs, or otherwise import selected ERIs, and then you can select the ERIs that you're going to import. Please remember never to post an ERI if you did not see the money in your bank account. Okay, you do not post it when it comes in. You only wait until the money is in your bank account and then you post your ERIs. So you work from here, you say import selected ERI, then I just want to show you. Here is a response that is 100% post, 100% allocated. You can see here is the results. All of the ticks is 100%. Here you can, from this you can view the account screen, you can print the ERI, and then you can re-import, you can check if everything is fine, and then you say post current ERI. Now this is a 100% one, then here is a 50% one with a no, and then also a yes. So if you click on it, it will open and show you exactly what is wrong with the ERI. And you can see here, it can't be posted, it's grayed out because it is not 100% allocated. Now if you click on the no button, then I just want to show you. Here you can then match the items, you can see the original items, you can see the amount, and then you can reallocate the money to the correct patients or to the correct amounts, to the correct line items. So you have to work off all of this until you have nothing on your list anymore. Is there any questions that you have in connection with the ERIs? You also have the functionality. If it's not the ERI that comes in, you can click on new ERI, and then you can fill in the information with the amount and then create your own ERI and then post it. So if the medical aid paid you but you don't have a ERI because the medical aid is one of the smaller ones, then you can create your own one. Okay. Please, if you struggle with the ERIs, because we don't have play data and that we can show you exactly nice how the steps work, if you have problems with that, please let us know and phone your FCL that they can assist you in logging in with TeamViewer and then assist you in helping you to go through the process and to post your ERIs off, to make sure that the account is getting, that money is going to lie on the account, and immediately you can see if the patients or the medical aid is still owing you any money. Okay, so if there's no questions, we're going to move on to the receipt correction. Now on the receipt correction, it's really easy. So what you do is you click on the booking, you say account details, you click on receipts, you look at the receipt that you have done that is incorrect, and you click on this arrow. Reverse receipt, you give a reason, incorrect patient, you've allocated this money to the incorrect patient, and you say okay. There you can see it is a positive amount, the minus is your receipt that you have done. So the positive amount is the correction that we have just done, and then you have your it cancels each other out. Now you can do a new receipt. From here, if say for instance the amount was incorrect, you can say please do a new receipt. And let's just do another one. Account details, go to receipts, click on the one that is incorrect, click on the reverse button, give a reason, correct amount, and you say okay. And that is your receipt corrections. So please, if there's any other questions, please ask it now, that I can discuss it before we go on to the debt management task and reports.